I thought I'd try a slightly different beginning to the video this time, just me giving a brief introduction to the whole interview. Or if you prefer no introduction at all, like in the previous video, just let me know. But this is interview number 2. This is with Shida at the Wolfchase Galleria Mall in Memphis, Tennessee. Shida talks about things from his life before and after moving to Memphis from East Africa, his thoughts on some life questions, and stories from his life. And the interview was right at closing time, so we had a few lighting issues because of that. We had to move to get the light a little better. Also dealing with some sound issues, so still getting things ironed out. But besides a few technical problems, I hope you enjoy the interview.
My name is Shida Mubero, age is 32.
Do you work here at the mall, or is your
Yes, sir. I'm here currently helping my brother.
Okay, cool. So, what sort of business do y'all run?
We own accessories from waist beads, jewelry, necklaces, shea butter, body oils,
Cool.
things of that nature.
So, if you weren't here at the mall, what would you be doing?
My passion, before I came to the mall, I was cooking.
Okay.
I'm a manager at Bougie Bistro, which is a restaurant downtown, located downtown.
Cool. So you're a chef.
Yes, sir.
That's awesome.
I enjoy cooking. Yes,
Good deal.
it's my passion, and also cutting hair.
So you cut hair and you.
Yes, sir. I've been cutting hair since I was 12.
Okay. So do you do that as a business as well?
I do that really. I didn't take it as serious as I should, but that's something I'm talented in and gifted in.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I do that for extra income sometimes. I still have some clientele. I still have some customers who ask still. So
That's
I do
awesome.
have from daily to daily cut hair every here and there.
Do you have any? Well, you kind of touched on this, but like any hobbies or passions that you like to do?
Basketball, soccer, of course. Played a little bit baseball too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those things. But mostly spend my time with family.
So are you originally from Memphis, or where you
No, sir. I was actually born in East Africa, Somalia.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if you are familiar with the movie Black Hawk Down.
Mm-hmm.
So I was born during that time, in 92.
Oh, really?
Yes, sir. Yeah, so I was born while bullets flying, so I'm a world child.
So your family moved?
Yes, sir. Everybody's here. Mom, dad, siblings. Yes, sir. Have a couple back home, but mostly they're here.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
How many siblings do you have?
It was 12 of us. 2 died. So,
wow.
yeah, 6 boys, 6 girls.
Some are overseas and some are over here?
Yes, sir. My oldest brother is back home still. He's probably the only one. But grandma and everybody else, we brought them over.
How do you think other people perceive you? Like say you're just walking down the street,
Mm-hmm.
somebody sees you for the first time. What do you think that they're first thinking about you?
Yeah, being where I'm from, to be honest with you, I was kind of really used to that because we were not welcome here when we came. People, call us names and all these things to a certain extent. So I'm kind of used to that, to be honest. Like, everybody has their own opinion and judgment and all those things. So that doesn't really let it distract me. So I kind of got used to it. Gave me kind of a tough skin to deal with all those things. And they say I'm a world child, so nothing can really break me. So I've already been through that, goods and the bads, experienced at a young age. So
what's one of the most memorable experiences of your life?
From back home, I left when I was like maybe 5, 5 years old. So I still have some memories like from, cause we had a store, also like grocery store, and we also had animals too, like farms.
Oh yeah.
So I remember, the baby chicks, getting them and throwing them in the toilet kind of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do. So yeah. So my grandma gave me a nickname, which was Shida, actually. So my birth name was Ramadan. Is Ramadan still. That's my birth name. Yes, sir. But I got stuck with that name along the way. So even when I came here, that became my official name, Shida.
Oh wow.
But which is a translation for problem because I was born during the war also.
Yeah.
And earned myself a nickname ahead of during that. So being a bad child, yeah. So the name kind of stuck with me through my whole life and became my government name, which is what I'm going by now.
Now this, I guess, could be similar to the last questions, but have you ever had moments or experiences happen to you that you would consider life-changing?
Yeah, of course. I had a couple of car accidents. One time my car flipped upside down, 3 times actually, flipped about 3 times. Made it through that, got hit by a car. walking.
Wow.
You know, so that's another life-changing situation for me.
Yeah.
You know, but apart from that, I just, like I said, took the good and the bad and just learned from it. Just keep moving, made me stronger than who I am today.
What was your childhood like?
My childhood, like, I would say, like ups and downs, you know, had some good things, had some bad things, but like I said, I was born during a very bad time, and that kind of really humbled me. I don't really even know how to answer that one, because like I said, I was born during a time where, you know, so just experience us trying to run away from that. Witnessing my parents walk 2-3 days just for us to get out their country and all that, so it was pretty, I would say pretty traumatizing in some ways, in some ways it was.
Is there any in particular memory that like stood out with you during that time? Like any one thing that really stuck with you? Or was it just kind of like a general?
I would say everything, but according to what I remember, you know, mostly of what I remember, like I told you about the chicken situations and all those things.
Yeah.
And apart from that, my dad was an animal lover, so what he would do was he would go like collect pythons and all these things.
Oh yeah.
And had like a sort of like a zoo in our backyard. People would actually pay to come see him and come see those animals and how he interact with them. So that's pretty much most of what I remember.
What was one of the best decisions you've ever made?
The best decisions I've ever made was when I had my kids. That changed me a lot. You know, I could honestly say, apart from graduating school and all those things, that's probably one of my, you know, something I'll consider, you know, one of my joys, one of my passions. You know, watching them grow, taking care of them, and just witnessing the whole phase of just being a father alone. Really changed me.
What's one of your best memories of being a father?
watching them take their baby steps.
Yeah.
You know, that's a pretty exciting moment. You know, because when my first child was born, I was not around. I was going back and forth through Nashville and here, because I was working in Nashville.
Oh, okay.
You know, so when he was born, I was not here. But my second child was born at home, so I got to experience that. You know,
nice.
So I got to experience that. My mom delivered my second child, actually.
Oh wow.
So yeah, it was that's what really makes me happy. You know, family.
Yeah.
The joy that they bring me. Yeah, coming home from work and seeing your child trying to crawl to you. That's a lovely moment, lovely memories that I always carry with me.
Do you have any regrets in your life? And if so, anything that you'd like to share?
I wouldn't really say regrets, because everything that we do in life teaches us a lesson. You know, so like I said, I took the good with the bad, but I'll never regret it. But of course, you would wish you would have made different, you know, choices in life, of course. But that's a part of life. You know, you grow from that.
Yeah.
I mean, because I would tell people, like, some people would ask you, like, oh, on a good day, they would never ask why me, but on a bad day, they would ask why is this happening to me.
Yeah.
You know, so that's one thing as a human being too. We can have the cold. We're gonna complain about being too cold. When the sun comes, we're gonna complain about being, you know, too hot. So I think that's just a part of human beings, man. Sometimes we can never be satisfied in certain ways.
That's true. During the summer, I'm wishing for the winter, and the winter, I'm wishing for the
I'm anemic, so I hate the cold.
What's one of the biggest risks you've ever taken, and did it pay off?
I wouldn't say basically just didn't pay off wise, but like I said, it's like a life lesson, because some people, like they say, you know, there's this term that they use, scared of money don't make no money. So that means if you're not willing to invest in yourself, that means you're just, you know, wasting time, because you have to invest in yourself first.
Yeah.
And that goes a long way, you know. So I don't really believe in as long as you invest in something that benefits you, I don't consider it as a risk, really.
Yeah.
You have to take those risks sometimes. It's a part of life.
Yeah. What's one of the hardest things you've ever had to do?
The hardest thing that I said have to do was probably drop one of my passions, you know, to help somebody else, you know, build their own, you know, their dream kind of thing, which is I wouldn't say it's hard, because for me and my brother, we talk about that, because I'm passionate about cooking. So he said, okay, you know, it's no problem, you know, let's do this, and if I grow and things take off, we move on to the next stage, and you know that would be getting me a food truck.
Yeah.
You help me, I help you. That's the goal right now. Yeah, we both benefiting from it. So
Yeah. What's something that you're struggling with right now in your life?
struggling with right now. I had a hard time with for a minute. I would say alcohol. You know, that was one of my bad habits. You know, went from partying to not even drinking at all to being in that kind of lifestyle. You know, so that's one of the things I struggle with. You know, since we're being honest, it's in an interview. So yeah, that's something I struggle with. You know, sometimes dealing with different people. You know, especially at the mall here. You know, you have people bringing all different kinds of attitude, different energies. So I try to protect my energy at all costs and just try to kill them with kindness. That's the only thing I could do, because that's a part of being a salesman. So, and we do have to approach the customers to be able to sell our product, as you witnessed. You know, we have to interact with them. You know, some people might be in a good mood, some people might be in a bad mood.
Yeah.
But like I always tell people, if a person greets you or say something to you and you don't say nothing back, that's just really a part of your character. That's just, you know, who you are. Probably might not have been raised right. You know, probably didn't have that love growing up. So I just try to be understanding towards people.
Yeah.
Because everybody don't have that love, or they didn't grow up in a house with love, so they don't know how to love back. So.
What's the biggest milestone or greatest accomplishment that you've achieved so far?
My greatest accomplishments, I've done a lot of things, but I haven't yet. I wouldn't say I haven't yet really reached where I want to in life yet. So I would just say like the simpler things, like but I wouldn't yet say I don't feel like I have accomplished, you know, one of my biggest goals yet, which is start my own business.
What's a single happy memory from your life?
The day I got married. That was probably one. Apart from that, I'll probably have maybe two. The day my kids were born and the day I got married. I would say.
Those are pretty well up there, I'd say.
Yeah. So accomplishments-wise, yes, that's part of I would say an accomplishment also too.
Oh yeah.
You know, for me, it's something I accomplished. Graduating school, another accomplishment. You know, haven't went to college, but of course high school. So that's really big on our side, you know, being where I'm from, you know.
Yeah.
But that's another thing I want to complete too. Go back and, you know, be there for my kids so they can have the example to look up to. Like dad went to college, dad went, you know. So that way they won't have no excuse and say, oh, you didn't go to college. We don't have to go to college.
Yeah.
And you cannot say nothing to that because that's the truth.
Do you have any stories from your life that you'd like to share?
I've had some pretty crazy experiences. I would say just the other day, not long ago, which is a very crazy situation that happened. You know, it's a lot of road rage going on in Memphis right now. So yeah, we had a situation where a guy just, you know, pulled up to the light and, you know, point his gun at us.
Oh,
you know, that kind of thing, and it was for no reason, just because we was, you know, being cautious, driving at the speed limit and all that. He had, like I said, road rage.
Yeah.
You know, came around to the light, and was kind of like, oh, y'all made me stop at the light. It was y'all fault. I would have been able to keep going if it wasn't if y'all been taking y'all time.
Yeah.
But I look at it like there's nothing wrong with that, because everybody's driving crazy right now. So we're just being cautious. So like I said, being from that kind of background that I have. I mean, it doesn't really scare me because, like I said, I've already experienced those things, but it's just like, wow, really? Over something that small, you know, take somebody's life, you know?
Yeah.
So, which kind of just make me, you know, help me deal with people too also. Because if we had to have exchanges and all those things, we probably wouldn't be sitting here talking right now.
Yeah, no matter how anybody reacts to you, it's how you react to them.
Of course, always.
And yeah, it's good that you reacted the way you did, so you're here right now.
Oh yeah, I know myself. So if things were to go south, you know, I didn't want that to happen because I have something to lose right now.
Yeah.
So that really matters, you know. In situations like that, you have to think about what you have to lose, because most of these people don't really have nothing to live for, you know.
That's true.
So they just live day by day. And like I said, having kids, having people that depend on you, you would reconsider a situation like that, in moments like that.
What are some things on your bucket list?
skydiving. One, I want to do that, you know, cause I always tell them, I say, man, I need me some white friends, man, cause y'all are no offense, but I'm like, y'all are too close-minded. Like, you know, I like to do things like that, live on the edge, you know. So they're not afraid to do things like that. You know, rock climbing, you know, of course, jet skiing is one too. You know,
That's cool.
I got a lot, man. Probably go hunting, you know, fishing of course too is one.
Yeah.
I just got a whole lot, man. And hopefully I will plan on doing that this summer, but we just started this business, so really don't have the time to do so as of now.
But it's on the list.
Oh yeah, that's on the list, and I would not give up until I get that done. As long as I'm alive, by God's willing, yes,
Right.
I will put that. That's still my bucket list.
So what does your ideal life look like to you?
To me, ideal life. I'm a very, to be honest, I'm a very basic guy. You know, so I don't really care for all these mansions, and you know, as long as God blesses me with a roof over my head and food to eat, you know, bed to sleep on, that's all I really care for. You know, so I'm not really like these other people, like, you know, just chasing, you know, chasing. Like some people, like, they just do it so much to the point where they don't even have the proper rest. So they're just like, you know,
That's
just
true.
chasing money. I believe in money, but I don't like the way people perceive it. You know, the more money you have, the more respect you have, and I don't really like that. You know, I feel like you should respect me for me, you know, not what I have. So that's very important to me. I like the country, because like I said, I'm from Africa, so I'm fine with that. You know, slaughtering our own animals, you know, whether it's chickens, you know, whatever it is. That's my ideal lifestyle. Probably get a house in the country somewhere, you know, and away from people, because I just don't like dealing with people with different energy. You know, if you have some good neighbors, that's a blessing. But if not, I prefer you stay where people won't even. Like, I want to move like 2 hours away, where when they think about coming to visit me, they'll be like, oh, he's too far. Y'all forget about it. That's you have to humble yourself. You know, like I said, life humbled me. You know. I went from almost, you know, every time I wanted a certain car, like it had to be this car, but now I don't even care no more. As long as it get me from point A to point B, because it's just materialistic stuff.
If you could go back in time and give advice to your younger self, what would you say?
Don't beat yourself up trying to make people happy. You know, I feel like probably when I hit my 25 or so, I just really didn't care much about who accepted me and who didn't. But at first it was more like, especially when it came to family mostly, you know, sometimes family can be the worst. You know, I just try to make sure everybody liked me, or, you know, I don't want to, because life is short too, you know, and I don't want to have bad ties with people. Like, you know, sometimes people don't get a chance. We can be speaking right now, tomorrow, as soon as we leave from here, boom, your life is over. And I don't want to really clash with people, like, you know, or be on bad terms with a person, you know, because like I say, you never know when your time is gonna come. So give my younger self, man, just take my time, you know, love the people that love me back, you know, that's very important. And just I wish I didn't put too much on myself, like beat myself up for certain things. I did that a lot. Still to this day I do. I'm an overthinker. Like I just be overthinking, which is sometimes at night I don't like to be alone, because that's when those thoughts kick in. And you start thinking about life, you know, what you could have done, what you didn't do, what you want to accomplish, all those things. I mean, I'm a very simple guy. Apart from, you know, the watch and all that, it's just, I buy what I like, you know, I buy what I like, but I don't really care about impressing people. If you like me for me, that's a bonus. But other than that, I've just never been like that, you know. And growing up, some people feel like I was a threat to them. Like, oh, you too full of yourself. I said, no. What's wrong with having confidence? It's a good thing to have confidence, because you cannot you cannot make me feel bad for something, and you know that I'm handling this situation in a certain way. So you're saying, oh, he's cocky, he's this. That's how people perceive it. I said, no, I love myself. I gotta love myself first, you know, before I can love you back. If I don't love myself, how am I gonna love you? You know,
Yeah.
that sticks with me. You know, to this day, that's just the life I live. You know, love the ones who love me back. Other than that, you can keep it moving because everybody's not meant to like you in this life. You know,
That's true.
and I'm big on energy right now. You know, if you give them the same energy back, and which is kind of crazy because sometimes I can meet people and I will know if you're long term in my life or you'll be short term in my life. It's just kind of crazy. You just go off the energy, you know. So I'm big on that.
What's the key to a happy and fulfilling life?
Are we talking about married life or just life in general?
just life in general. Yeah, or whatever you.
But you know how that goes with the marriage thing. It's a happy wife, you know,
happy
life, you know. So
that's true.
Which is kind of true sometimes because if a woman is, you know, I wouldn't say everybody, but you'll get lucky, you'll get blessed to be with that one person. Like some people, like y'all can be the opposites, but y'all balance each other out really well. You know, if you get angry, you have somebody that's not really like that, so it helps calm you down. They know how to calm you down. But life in general, man, just like I said, just live a simple life, man. You know, like I said, as long as you're trying to chase something, and that's where the disappointment comes from. You know, disappointment itself comes from just trying to just do something that's out of your control. You know, like right now, what I always tell people is, I'm not big on competing with people because my neighbor buys a Charger or buys a Camaro. I don't know how he got the money, you know. He probably could have went and robbed somebody. So I cannot just be, it's not a competition, you know. Just move at your own pace. That's one thing I can say about life, man, you know. As long as you move at your own pace, you're not competing with the next person or with the next man, I think you'll be good. You want things to happen for you at the same time this person is happening, but God doesn't work that way. He doesn't work that way at all. You know, it's a time, everybody has a time on this earth, and God will bless you when the time is right, as long as you work towards it. I'm not saying sit back and relax and expect something to come to you. Of course, work on it, work to whatever it is you want to do. But apart from that, you know, just be humble too at the same time.
Exactly.
Move at your own pace. That's just how life is. Like I always tell my brother, life is easy, but as humans, we make it hard on ourselves. Life is very easy, you know. As long as you treat people right, you love people, you do right by people, the good will always come to you. Of course. And like that's something my mom told me. Your energy attract the kind of people, you know, that come around. It could be women, it could be friendship-wise, it can be anything. But as long as you're honest with that person that you're dealing with, it won't be no problems.
Follow-up question, since you mentioned your mom. What's the best piece of advice that your mom has given you?
My mom?
Yeah.
She always tell me, you know, son, everybody's not gonna love you in this life, and be careful with the people you allow into your space. Is very important. You know. And also, she gave me an advice about sex at one time, because it's only meant for two married people. So that is very, very important. You know, you can exchange, you know, souls. And trust me, I've had a situation one time where I've had a girlfriend like that, and it was just like I was slowly turning. She was just like always angry, bitter. And being with her for that long time, I started seeing myself slowly, you know, picking up the same vibe and all these things. But that was the best advice I would say she gave me.
All right, man. Well, just got a few like rapid fire questions.
No problem.
Favorite color?
Red.
Favorite season?
Summer.
Mountains or beaches?
Beaches.
Okay, follow up to that one. Do you have is there like a favorite time or like favorite memory of the beaches that you remember?
No, I haven't. Actually, I went to was it Cincinnati? But it wasn't an actual beach.
Oh yeah.
It was like a fake beach. But that's probably the only beach that I can remember I've been to since I've been here. I haven't. We plan on going. We had planned a couple of times of going to Florida, to Miami. But it never happened. You know. Everybody got busy with their own schedule. So.
Favorite genre of music?
That's tough. Cause I'm all over the place. But favorite genre, man, I would have to say Afro beats. Yeah, that's something I can listen to all day.
Cool.
And Afrobeat really wasn't big like that, and it's just now starting to become an international thing. Even people here really play our, our songs and music. So I kind of like that. Afrobeat is kind of taking over the world right now.
That's cool.
So that's my favorite genre, I would say. But apart from that, I do listen to pop. I'm open to things as long as the songs have a meaning to them. I'm big on that. As long as they have a meaning and a message behind that. Yeah. Except for rock. Heavy metal, I'm not a big fan of that stuff. It's really just loud. You don't really enjoy the music. It's like those people who drive around with them big old speakers in their car, and the whole car is just like shaking. You cannot really enjoy the music. I don't get the point of that, but everybody have their own thing. So I just say, hey, whatever makes you happy, do what you do.
Nights or mornings?
I would say mornings. Yeah, because I've always been a morning person.
Daffy Duck or Donald Duck?
Daffy Duck or Donald. They're both ducks. I would say Daffy. Yeah, Daffy, he got something different.
Yeah, he does. Why, I don't know. Why I like him better, I don't know, but I like him better. Favorite food?
African food. To be specific, I would say, what do you call this? Anything that has rice. I can eat rice for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. As long as I have something to go with it, that is my favorite dish.
Call or text?
I'm not really much of a talker, on the phone at least. So I know some people say they were the call, just get straight to the point. Yeah. But I'm much more of a texter.
Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
What's one of your favorite movies?
Oh, that's a tough one. I would say, based on the story behind it, Black Panther, the first one. Yeah.
This is a big one. Star Wars or Star Trek?
I grew up watching Star Wars, even though I seen Star Trek too, but Star Wars is more of my thing.
Do you have any hidden talents?
Hidden talents? No, I think that's pretty much everything I put out there.
Nothing hidden.
I'm just now learning, because I'm more of a hands-on person. Yeah. So a lot of people don't know that I can work on houses, like the small things, like drywall and all those things. So a lot of people don't know that about me. So and also cars too.
It's kind of a longer question, but if you lived in Florida, and considering that an alligator can grow to almost twice the size of the black bears that are native to Florida, would you rather fight one alligator-sized bear or two bear-sized alligators?
I would say I would stick on land. So I have an advantage on land, but I don't have no advantage on water. That's the alligator's territory. So as you witness, they just take you and just turn you around until So I have no chances in the water. So I would stick to the bear.
Do you have any websites or social media you'd like to promote?
I would say the business website is going to be ZNK Accessories, Z.N.K Accessories, African accessory styles.
That's it.
No problem.